Russian drones are consistently hitting infrastructure targets and crushing the morale in Ukraine. They are now forcing Kiev to pull back its US-provided Abrams battle tanks. The Russian drones have made it difficult for the tanks to operate without detection. The US sent 31 Abrams to Ukraine in January last year after an aggressive campaign by Kiev. US also trained Ukrainians at a base in Germany on maintaining and operating them. The tanks cost about $10 million each. Ukraine argued that they were vital to breach Russian lines, but the battlefield has changed substantially since then. Russian surveillance drones and hunter-killer drones have made it difficult for Ukraine to protect the tanks. The Russian drones detect the Abrams or the Abrams tanks and other armed vehicles, neutralizing their potential that Ukraine was banking on. 5 of the 31 tanks have already succumbed to Russian attacks. In fact, a senior US defense official has said there is no open ground to drive across without fear of detection. The tanks have thereby been moved from the front lines. The US will now work with the Ukrainians to reset the tactics. The war has turned into a grinding battle of attrition, with each side trying to exhaust its enemy's resources. Moscow is banking on drones to destroy the tanks, as many air defense systems are not optimized to shoot them. The drones have also allowed Russia to avoid putting some sophisticated aircraft and pilots at risk and save their expensive long-range precision missiles. As Russian attacks continue to threaten Ukrainian defenses, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has yet again called for additional air defense systems to be sent to Kiev. Zelensky added that a pause in the US funding helped Moscow to seize the initiative. The Pentagon has now agreed to provide Ukraine with an additional Patriot missile this year. Russia has already used more than 9,000 guided aerial bombs against Ukraine, and we need the ability to shoot down their combat aircraft so that they do not approach our positions and borders. It is possible, just as possible as giving protection to the cities of Ukraine from Russian rockets. We urgently need Patriot systems and missiles for them. This is what can and should save lives right now. Meanwhile, Moscow is targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure. According to Russia, its troops have attacked Ukraine's railways to disrupt military supplies among other targets. They attacked Ukrainian military trains, anti-artillery radars, and unmanned aerial vehicle control points. Russia also pounded the energy infrastructure in western and central Ukraine. Due to the escalation of Russian strikes, Poland and other NATO allies have scrambled aircraft to be combat-ready. An advisory has been issued stating that residents in the southeastern part of the country could experience high noise